Hello everyone. Today's video is not an easy one to make, but it's a very necessary one. Over the past few weeks, and honestly, months, the Skibidi community has been going through a strange and uncomfortable phase. There's been confusion, worry, frustration, and a lot of unanswered questions. People don't really know what's happening anymore, and that uncertainty has slowly turned into concern. Recently, however, some behind-the-scenes information has started to surface from individuals who are actually connected to Skibidi-related projects. These aren't random theories or baseless rumors. This information helps explain why things feel so quiet right now, why progress seems unclear, and why communication has almost completely stopped. So in this video, I want to break everything down calmly, clearly, and honestly, without attacking anyone, without spreading drama, and without jumping to extreme conclusions. Before we get into the details, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want more Skibidi toilet news, updates, breakdowns, and discussions. Now let's talk about what's really going on. One of the most important things insiders mentioned is that the team behind Skibidi has always had one main goal: to keep raising the bar. Every project, every episode, every major moment was supposed to feel bigger, better, and more impactful than what came before. That mindset is a big reason why the series grew the way it did. However, according to people involved internally, Emergence 1 did not reach that standard. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good enough. And instead of continuing forward at the same pace, the team decided to pull back. They wanted to stop, reassess, and spend more time building something that truly felt special, something that could stand alongside the best Skibidi content ever released. From a creative standpoint, that decision actually makes sense. Many fans would rather wait longer for something great than get rushed content that feels incomplete. The problem is that this creative slowdown happened without communication, and that's where everything began to fall apart. According to insiders, the situation slowly turned darker as weeks went by with no official updates. The reputation of the company started to take damage, not necessarily because of what they were doing, but because of what they weren't doing. People just wanted reassurance, a message, a sign that someone was paying attention. What makes the situation even more confusing is that, apparently, Boom is allowed to speak. He's not banned from talking. No one is legally blocking him. But the fear is that anything he says will be questioned. No matter how genuine it is, people might claim he was forced, coached, or pressured into saying it. That fear has led to complete silence. One insider shared a moment that really surprised people internally. When Boom was asked directly why he hadn't addressed the situation, his response was reportedly, "Say something about what?" For those on the inside, that response was shocking. Because from the community's point of view, the situation feels massive. It feels like something that can't possibly be ignored. Yet internally, it seems like there's a disconnect between how serious fans view the situation and how it's being perceived behind the scenes. Another major issue insiders pointed out is misinformation. Right now, a lot of claims floating around the community are exaggerated, misunderstood, or simply false. But because there's no official clarification, those false narratives continue to grow. Silence leaves room for speculation, and speculation almost always turns into negativity. Despite all of this, the developers say they're still trying to focus on what they love, creating experiences that feel fun, creative, and meaningful. Not just content for the sake of content, but passion projects that expand the Skibidi universe in interesting ways. One idea that was mentioned really highlights that creativity. Imagine a Left 4 Dead style game where you choose an alliance race and fight waves of Skibidis, and later Astro units. The game would be filled with humor, references, and character moments, like Dark TV Man being hilariously confused about geography. That level of detail shows that the passion hasn't disappeared. They also talked about smaller experimental projects, like Interrupted Transmissions, which was designed as a test to see what worked and what didn't. Unfortunately, due to the timing of all this controversy and confusion, that project didn't get the attention it deserved and was quickly forgotten. From the community's side, this is where the frustration really comes in. Fans understand burnout. They understand pressure. They understand wanting to make something better. What they don't understand is why communication was completely abandoned. Right now, ignoring the community is doing more harm than good. Most fans aren't looking for arguments or blame. They just want honesty. Even a simple explanation would go a long way toward calming things down. At the end of the day, everyone involved wants the same thing, for this situation to move forward in a healthy way. Because right now, it feels stuck in a very dark and uncertain place, and silence alone won't fix that. Hopefully, at some point, there will be a moment where everything finally becomes clear. A turning point. Until then, the best thing we can do as fans is stay patient, stay respectful, and hope that the passion behind Skibidi still leads to something incredible. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think we'll finally get communication soon, or do you believe the silence will continue? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Skibidi update.